Welcome to Odd Life Crafting.
Yeah, today we are finally gonna get into crafting again. It's time to start our new project, finally! Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we used to have a sailboat, we sailed for 2 years, we sold the boat in the Caribbean, we moved to France where we're gonna build our new exploration aluminum sailboat, but before that we need to have a place to live. So we're gonna convert this beautiful van into our European home on wheels, and today is the start of this project. And the first step,
We're gonna insulate the van with cork.
but in order to spray cork we need at least 8 degrees Celsius overnight for like 3-4 days, and that's far from what we have right now. It's pretty cold, but we found a solution for that. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna drive 2,000 kilometers south.
See you there.
And here we are in Spain.
In search of good weather. Yeah, the truth is, it's impossible to spray something with glue in France right now. The winter just came much earlier than we thought. I think we underestimate the winter, that's the truth.
But now we are ready to start working.
Yeah, so we have the mission, we want to accomplish this in 1 week. We want to glue the subfloor in place. We want to spray cork the van 3 coats, and then we drive back another almost 2,000 kilometers. I don't know if you hear already, but there is some noise every now and then. It's because the neighbor is already working. By the way, Andy, thanks so much for the house. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did a podcast with Andy from Ocean Cruiser Podcast. So Andy lives in Spain, but he's right now in the BVIs, and he let us use his house in Malaga, South Spain. And also we have another friend here that we met at Matt's trade show. They are also here doing the same thing as we are. So that's why we came, because we want to steal, you know, all the technology from there. I'm gonna show you up.
Actually, they were here working already and we were jealous, like, can we go also? And so here we are.
Yeah, they stopped actually at our house in France before coming south. And they're like, no, we're gonna do it in South Spain because it's gonna be much warmer. And we're like, no, here's not gonna be that cold. And then suddenly it was too cold. So here we are with them just doing some work.
Hello!
I don't know if you know these guys. This is, I don't remember, I don't even know his name. So that's nice. Yeah, so that's Chris. That's Jenny. Yeah, we have cork on the lens, that's fine.
In your face.
What do I have?
He's gonna get a lot more of that. Don't worry about it.
So this is Chris, and he's a good friend. Check this out.
He's already branded.
He's branded, so that means he's part of the family
I
now.
wouldn't show you mine.
Yeah. They're on the second coat, and we didn't even start the first coat.
It's a race to the finish.
Yeah, the truth is, they're lazy. They got one that's ready. It's just like, you know, they got the bucket, sea cork, so you just mix and you use it.
It's ready to
living
use.
the dream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just mix, and if you want, you can add some like color, like the
Yeah.
black one.
In our case, we're gonna do old school. We bought glue binder and the cork and water, and we're gonna do our own recipe.
We're gonna craft
Yeah,
everything.
I'm not sure how well it's gonna go. We got the recipe from someone that's building a boat and looks really good on his boat, so we're gonna try to do the same.
Possibly go wrong, right?
Yeah, after all, the van is just a way of practicing to learn to do on the boat, and if we do that on the boat, we're gonna save a lot of money. That's true.
It's very true.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but now,
By the way, they also have an aluminum boat waiting for them to start.
yeah, they're like just
We're
twin
just
couples.
clones.
Yeah, just clones. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 big projects together. That's it. So now we need to start. Yeah, you guys can keep working.
It's very
Have
kind
fun.
of you.
Yeah. So the first step, we want to glue that timber on the floor of the van, because we want to have something to screw the plywood on, and for that I think there's not one build that we don't start with what we need to start.
Welcome to Odd Life Crafting.
Yeah, there's, I mean, how are we gonna start building something again and not have some Sika? So today's job is applying Sika. Miss you, my
Did you
friend.
miss?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because for us, the synonym of DIY is having some Sika dirt on your hands. Let's get started.
First step, we're gonna do a test.
This is a really big project not to test and to waste material, so we're gonna glue this little piece of wood, the same wood you're gonna glue on the whole floor of the van, we're gonna glue on a test plate. That's the same kind of paint as our van, that's just from a friend's van. And we're gonna glue here and see how well it sticks. If we need primer, if we don't need primer, because we didn't find primer to buy yet, so we're gonna just glue directly the wood to the metal and see how it goes. You should go down half of the height. So if you do a bead that's like, I don't know, 2 millimeters high, you need to squeeze 1 millimeter. By eye, that seems good enough to me. You see, let's wait to dry now. While this dries, I think we're gonna cut the wood already, leave some things ready for later. Let's hope the first cut is a good one, just to bring luck. Perfect. We even have a tiny little bit of a gap in the ends, and that's good because I'm gonna apply Sika in the ends also. So Sika on the bottom, Sika in the ends, Sika on the back, and this is gonna be just like rock solid here. And that's the beginning of the floor. I mean, that's the important one. It's the first cut of so many. There's one more step that I've been waiting for a long time, is to do this. That's gonna be satisfying. It's gonna be a little bit harder than it seems. Let's put this on the tripod. One of, I don't know, 100. Did it! So that's the structure of our van for the first time. I need to do the other side and also the doors. And then we can keep going. It's just, yeah, it's nice. Feels good to be working again, finally. Yeah, we've been so busy getting things ready to start, buying materials and, you know, talking to companies and this and that we didn't get to put our hands on the work yet. There's something about putting your hands and doing it. Do you wanna see what is the face of someone that's jealous? I'll show you what looks like jealousy.
It actually is.
So he's working on a Volkswagen van, we are working on a Renault van, and that's the amount of structure that we have. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I hope Renault did the right calculation and we have enough structure. I mean, we're gonna spray cork, so it's gonna be harder if we have too many beams and stuff and metals, and it's gonna be trickier to spray. Now let's see. You wanna show yours?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
Check the amount of structure they have. So much harder to do it.
There's lots of intricate little holes and spaces. That's what we found, and getting the gun in is really, really hard to get a good seal, because when you spray the cork, basically what you're trying to do is create a complete skin. And that's really hard when you can't get in and out of places, right?
I guess I just chose the right one. No, I'm just joking. This is actually bigger. This is like higher, longer.
We have a green van as well, so...
Ours might be pink, you never know. We might just like put a wrap around.
Does it suit you?
Let's get to work. These guys are just so awesome. We met them like a month ago and it feels like we know them for like, I don't know, 20 years. By the way, if you don't follow them on YouTube, shame on you. Here's the link. Right? You just didn't.
I like the fact you've just totally destroyed your template.
Do I need a template?
What are you going to cover it with?
I don't know. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, well, you're going to be anyway, yeah.
I'm going to cover the whole thing. I'm not going to do this.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's perfect, isn't it?
I knew that already, okay? I was just joking.
So cool. First day.
Here's gonna be the cabinet, so I'm gonna have one. Just so I'm all the way. Now, we can have some here. So now we have a little bit of a challenge. We want to have a piece of wood on the edge, and in order to do that, we have these little things. So I think I'm gonna measure and try to cut a little notch to be able to put this inside the wood. I think we can manage to do it. 7 millimeters. Let's see if this works. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's good enough for me.
Good job. Your hair. You need a shower today.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good actually.
It's perfect.
And then in the future we can have a trim like here. Now, I think all we need to do is to clean and start gluing because we have a good sun here.
You want to work with Sikaflex, be honest.
It's good to start the day with some Sika just to make sure we get the day right. We did a test sample. Was not even glue on the proper time because it was really cold yesterday and it was already not sunny anymore. Let me just fix an information. I just said something wrong. Sikaflex actually cures with humidity, not with the sun. But now, back to the episode. You can hold the panel.
I think it's good.
And there's no way. That's what we're gonna do. That's pretty good. That's good news. And also, I think I squeezed a little bit too much. So we're gonna try to leave it like a little bit soft, not too much. Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome back to Odd Life Crafting Live, where the action never stops. Duke and Roberta going hard at it. You should maybe consider being a patron, and you too could sit in the chair and experience Odd Life Crafting AliExpress live from the comfort of your own plastic chair.
Next step, we need to clean really well before applying Sika.
Yeah, so the idea is to use this 90% alcohol. Flip each one of the woods to the right. And then I clean, and then I know where is the position by the tape. Are you ready for the mess? This is gonna be a big glue up. I'm gonna try to use this spatula to. Oh, this one's quick. let's talk more to do. That's a really nice start of a project, huh? All black. Yeah, to be honest, we did the math a little bit wrong. It goes a lot more Sika than we believe. We had just 2 bottles. So tomorrow I think we need to get another 3 or 4 bottles because I want to make sure I have enough thickness of Sika because this is what's gonna hold the floor in place. There is not gonna have a screw or a bolt or anything. So we thought we were gonna do spray cork tomorrow already, but not happening the day after.
You can do it. The penultimate piece.
Here's how it is. And the last piece.
Jesus. And then stop.
Oh, look at this.
I think you're gonna make it. It's like literally.
Oh, he's getting excited!
The end of the first step of this project.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, all of this is because he don't want to let me use his sealant, pretty much. So he's like squeezing, so I don't need
I think
to use
you find that's not the chase, mate. I offered to use the whole bloody box of it, and you said no, no, no. I want black Sika from Sika, because Sika is the best in the world.
What do you think, Chris?
I think you've done an amazingly cracking job. I think it's the best job I've seen in the back
Of
of a
this
van for a long
This
time.
van.
I think it's really good. I mean,
Now the truth is, you don't need to be pretty right now. This is gonna be spray cork all over the place, and as
it's a good
you can
thing
tell by
about
your van, once you start spraying cork, it's gonna be
yeah.
messy anyway.
Oh,
so
as you can tell by his body.
As you can just tell by me, never mind my van. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing it doesn't need to look pretty, but...
No.
Morning.
Good morning.
How it's going?
It's this is the unexpected masking problem.
Mm,
And it really is a masking problem. It's so thick, this stuff.
it's pretty.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good finish, actually. I quite like it.
That's good. Morning.
Morning.
What's the plan for today?
we're finally gonna start corking. The idea now is to clean the van really well, to take any grease from the panels, and then we're gonna mask tape everything that we don't want cork to get into it, because once it gets into it, it's gonna be tricky to take out. And then we're gonna start corking. We want to do 3 layers of spray cork. We're gonna do 1 today. I'm not sure if tomorrow is gonna be dry enough. If necessary, we wait for 2 days and then do another one, 2 days and do another one, and we're gonna have an insulated van. That's the idea.
Finally. At first we were gonna put plastic around all the wiring, but now we are gonna put just around the connectors. This one.
Yeah, the reason for that is because the wire has a cover already, and if we put plastic, it's gonna be really hard to take the plastic out, so I think it's gonna create more problems than solve problems. And with the cover, it's just gonna, you know, insulate the cover is fine.
I'm glad our friends did that before, so we know what's better to do.
Still, my darling, all is well, my darling. Your anxious heart may as well be stone. Oh, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Yeah, it weighs you down deeper than you know.
Be still, my darling, all is well, my darling. Your anxious heart may as well be stone. Oh, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Yeah, it weighs you down deeper than you know.
Hard life, crafting life.
Oh, darling, don't be scared of time changing us both. That will leave our bodies, but it'll never touch my soul. And I'm not going anywhere. Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
So at this point, as you can tell, we're ready to start corking. But there's one more thing I want to do before. There's a few panels that are too big that vibrates more. This is what they call sound deadening. That's the vibration of the plate, and it's made out of some rubber. I don't know exactly. I can try to find it right somewhere. But we're gonna glue that before we cork, so then we cork on the top.
Not with you? I think it's
With you,
with you.
with you.
Easy job.
So the recipe for that is 12 liters of cork, 2 buckets of those, 4 liters of acrylic glue for 2 liters of binder, and then 4 liters of water. We're gonna do half recipe just to make it easier, so 6, 2, 2, 1.
Hope for the best.
Oh, by the way, and we also need the magic bucket.
What is this magic?
I don't know, Chris gave me the magic bucket.
Rainbow roses, I'll pass the red and white. I want roses that represent the colors in my life. Call me a dreamer, but I know I'm not the only one. If I could have it my way, rainbow roses, everyone. There's a light on you turned on when you first opened up your eyes. Now tell it.
Chris, come save me.
Save us!
I just need to know if this is liquid enough or not. There comes the professional.
Way too thin.
Too liquid.
Yeah, man.
So let's put a little bit more cork, a little bit more of everything.
If you pull this out,
Yeah.
and it holds its shape, if it just holds its shape, it's kind of up in one to kind of.
You what?
I can't see what I'm filming. This is Grandma Duca and her porridge mix. So we got 3 bar of pressure on the
What compressor are you using?
Oh, is it?
Oh, 3 bars.
It's all
That's too
yours.
much, isn't it?
No. 3 bars the magic number.
Although this is thinner than we were using, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Good?
What do you say, too liquid?
I think it's good.
If you're putting it on thin, I think it's fine. But I would say in your next mix, use half a litre less water.
I like
Let's do it.
baking. Teamwork.
Okay, it's go time. Make it happen.
We did it. At one point, I thought we were not gonna make it because we started. I think it was like already 4:30 p.m. and
Yes.
it's winter now, so it gets dark and chilly really quick. And we did one full coat.
Yes.
That's a win. I'm really happy.
Me too.
That's awesome because now the problem is that we tape everything, and with the sun the tape might fall off, but as soon as we apply the cork, the glue from the cork holds the tape in place, so now we're safe too.
I think.
Yeah, I think if we need, we wait tomorrow for it to dry properly, and then the day
I think
after.
it's time for you to rest and eat. He didn't eat the whole day just on yogurt.
First cleaning, we need to clean all this mess.
And you.
Oh. Good morning.
Day 2.
Yeah, we waited for 2 days, almost 2 full days, almost 48 hours to dry the first coat of cork, and it seems really good.
Yeah.
It's like really dry and strong. I think now is a really good time to apply the second coat because the sun just came up and we're gonna have like maybe at least like 3 or 4 hours of sun drying the second coat.
And the humidity is gonna be less than 40.
That's gonna be awesome. I think today's gonna be a really good day. We're gonna see a lot less white by the end of the day. The idea is the first coat can be a really thin coat just to give a good bound for the next coats. Now we're ready to go. That's awesome. You.
Would you hold me if I told you we can just run away? So come, my darling, let me help you. We can follow the sun and leave the rain for somebody else. Let's help ourselves. Leave our troubles on the shelf. And don't you worry, we're gonna find all we need in our sunset paradise. All the sidewalks and the highways, they will turn into dust.
Did it. One more coat. One more to go. Now we're gonna wait for 2 days to make sure this properly dries, and then we go to the last coat, and then we need to take the masking tape out, and that's gonna be really tricky.
That's the part I like.
That's gonna be really hard.
I know. It's pretty. And one day this is gonna be our house. Third day of corking.
Final stretch.
Let's get started.
I guess we did it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, we finished now the third coat, and we saved one bucket. The reason we save one bucket of cork is because you never know, we might wake up tomorrow and there's like a few, little spots that you can still see the metal of the van. So we decided to give a really thick layer this time on the floor because we're not gonna cover this for a while, and then it can properly dry with time. And we can make sure it's really well insulated, the floor, because when you live in a van you want it to be warm. I think it's a really good job. I'm really happy with the result, but let's talk about the result tomorrow because it's not dry yet. Let's not put the carriage in front of the horse. That's how they say. Yeah, let's not put the car in front of the horse. You need to wait until it dries, and tomorrow we're gonna show you ready, and we're gonna explain you all the reasons why we chose this and what this is for, because I don't believe we so far explained properly why did we spray cork on the van. But now I'm gonna clap my finger and it's gonna be tomorrow really dry like this, really magical. It's not that easy.
We knew that.
This is gonna take a long time for sure, but at least the finishing I think is really good. I think you can watch us doing with a time lapse, and then I'm gonna work for hours and hours and hours, and it's gonna feel like it's 15 seconds for you guys. One little tip that I think makes a huge difference is double tape. Masking tape the metal first, and then you apply the second tape with the plastic. In this way you can take the plastic really easy, but because the tape won't stick that well to the plastic, and then when you have the second tape, and it's really easy to just, so everywhere we had double tape, it's so much easier to work. Next time, double tape everything. I don't know if we're gonna have a second time, but if you do that, you learn with our mistake and you double tape.
For me next, rubber back.
It's gonna be tough.
Babe,
What?
are you singing?
What?
Inside. You're supposed to sing inside to see if we can hear.
Oh! Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just one golden door. So now, we need to properly explain why did we choose cork. Cork is actually insulation, but not just that. The reason why we applied cork was to kill the bridge in between outside and inside of the van, was to kill the condensation inside the van. Is that right?
It's just about perfect.
Yeah, that's just like a like a really short explanation. To be honest, I think if you want to know more about that, you should watch this guy's video, because he did a much better job explaining all the little details, and we're doing exactly the same thing. So why should I, speak all over again? I just watched his episode and it's pretty good. So we can link somewhere his episode, and then you can watch his explanation, because he speaks properly English and I don't, so it's much easier to explain things. Trust me, it's a good solution. We are gonna have less condensation now. I mean, no condensation at all. And then what?
I hope.
No, we won't. So we won't have condensation now. And then on the top of that, we're gonna have thicker insulation that I'm pretty sure we're gonna steal some of his material and do the same thing, because I like the solution. Instead of talking, let's visit their van. Can we?
Let's do a tour.
Let's do a tour on their van now. Ta-da! So they have cork. So that's one cork. And then after the cork, they actually glue another cork that you can see there. So that's a thick panel of cork. So the reason they installed that is because they want to record podcasts inside the van. So there is cork, and then there is another cork that's for sound insulation, because this is really good for sound deadening. And then there is sheep wool around and sheep wool in front. So I think it's pretty insulated.
It's pretty woolly.
Yeah. Why did you install all that?
Why did we install what?
All these layers, all different layers.
Basically, it seems like a good idea. Sheep's wool's really good natural insulator, and it's a really good insulator for sound and thermally as well. So basically, we get good sound and good heat. There's a bit more to it than that.
The cork by itself is not 100% I think a good solution in my opinion.
No.
It kills the condensation, but it's not insulated. There is no thickness enough for it properly to insulate, like thermal insulation.
Yeah.
So I think the cork is really good to kill the condensation, to make sure, they spray cork. Yeah, just to make sure we don't have any water inside the van. And as soon as you are dry, then you create thicker layers of other materials, in this case wool, to insulate properly.
The wood
That's
is
the-
nice because it's natural and doesn't itch as like fiberglass, and it's
And it's even better because they have a lot of leftovers. We might just steal some. So that's, I mean, it's a win-win. I mean, like,
It's natural and free.
I mean, we're not killing the chips, just so you know. It's just taking some hair off and then they grow again. Like, just like my hair, it grows and, you know, grows really fast. So it's fine.
You know that's not how they do it in Spain. It's only good from a freshly slaughtered lamb.
Don't believe this guy. He's a liar. He's a liar. So the idea is that we want to get somewhat close to this, and then we create the floor and the ceiling. But they've been here a week before us. That's why they're in front of us. Don't say that you're slow and they're fast, because they've been here for one more week than we are, and we all need to leave because our friend Andy is coming back, and supposedly our little Airbnb is going to be rented in like 3 days from now. So we kind of need to wrap this up.
We've got a lot to do. We're gonna clear up this whole place.
Yeah, we create a little bit of a mess.
Having a cork party.
Yeah, so I think it's time to wrap this up and go back to France, to the cold weather. Oh, it's gonna be freezing, but it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we actually, I don't know if we mentioned that on camera yet. We have a really cool surprise that we're gonna build in France.
yes.
Really soon. You're gonna enjoy it. It's
This
way too
is
cold.
Pretty amazing to be
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's almost impossible. I always say that I'm not gonna tell, and I just tell everything.
And also he keeps going. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap again.
In this way, people won't, you know,
talking
stop
again.
watching until I keep speaking.
Or they stop.
No. What I'm gonna say now is really important.
Really?
We're gonna build. We're gonna see in the future. I'm not gonna say now. We're just gonna shut off right now.
Just do that.